Hello everyone, welcome to Theme World. So this video is going to be slightly different from a lot of my regular uploads. In this video, I'm going to be covering a new update of our Masteriyo LMS plugin where we have released a feature called Question Bank. So I'll show you how to use the Question Bank feature, and this update version 1.17.0 does come with a lot of other fixes, enhancements and all that. So if you are interested, then go check out the changelog down in the description below. But yeah, this video is going to be centered towards the Question Bank feature, which really enhances your quiz or your quiz building experience. So I guess let's just jump into it. Enough chit chat, just make sure you drop a like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and yeah, I guess let's get started with the video. Alright boys and girls, here I am within the computer screen. I've loaded up the latest version of Masteriyo LMS, version 1.17.0 or version 1.17.0, whichever one floats your boat. Anyways, we're specifically going to talk about the Question Bank feature. This version does come with a lot of other features, enhancements, and fixes. But in this video, I just want to keep it centered into the Question Bank feature. So the Question Bank feature, it is directly inbuilt within your quiz builder. So if you load up the latest version, you won't be seeing any new tabs within the plugin dashboard, because that just adds to the complexity, I suppose. So it is inbuilt within your quiz builder. So if I go ahead and if I open this course right here, if I go within its course builder, I'm going to scroll down and here I have a quiz in here. So if I click on it and I go within questions, then here you can see I already got 4 different questions in here. So if I click on add new question, now the flow is going to look a little bit different. You can either go normally and you can just add a new question, right? And you can choose the question type you can give in your question, or what you can do is you can add a new question directly from the question bank. So if I click on add from question bank, then what's going to happen is this question bank screen is going to appear, and from in here you can select questions that you want to use within this quiz. Currently you can see we don't have any questions in here because we have yet to add new questions within the question bank. And the way of adding new questions into the question bank is really simple. All you have to do is you just have to add new questions within any quiz within your courses, and all those quizzes will show up within the question bank. So here you can see we got 4 different questions in here. Suppose I want to use this question, WordPress is open source, within another quiz, then I would simply go here and I would add a new quiz. First of all, I'm going to name it test. I'm just going to add this quiz, go here within questions, and I'm going to add a new question from the question bank. So here you can see these are the 4 questions that we had within a different quiz. So suppose I want to add this question, WordPress is open source, into this quiz, then all I would do is I would click on this plus button right here, and this question will be added in here. So if I click on this question, you can see this is the question type is true or false. And suppose if I make change to this question, I make it so this question's options are right and wrong. And if I update it, here you'll have this pop-up which says this question is a part of the question bank. If you update it, it will also be updated in other quizzes where the same question is being used. So if you just click on update, then what's going to happen is if I go back to my builder within this, the WordPress quiz, go within questions, then here you can see that the answers have updated to right and wrong. So that is how it works. Your questions will be synced site-wide within all the different quizzes, and not just quizzes, by the way. If I have a completely different course, so let me go back within my courses menu right here, and suppose within this course called Modes Masterclass, I go ahead, I add a new quiz in here. Then if I click on add new question, add questions from the question bank, you'll also be able to sync these questions from different courses as well. So it is not just different quizzes, but it's also from different courses. You can sync all these questions. So if you're creating a dedicated question bank for your students where you have a lot of different questions and you just want to sync them, then this is going to be really helpful for you. Now let's say suppose I've got this question right here, what service is required to store the files of your WordPress website. I add this question into my quiz. Suppose if I wanted to make change to just this question only within this quiz and not within the other quizzes, then in that instance what I can do is I can simply import it here just like I did, and you can duplicate this question, right? So we've got another copy of the same question, and I can simply delete the other question. And here you'll also get this option right here. Whenever you're deleting any question that is a part of the question bank, you can either delete it from the question bank or you can just delete it from within this quiz. So here I'm just going to be deleting it from this quiz. The question is going to remain intact within my question bank, so I'm just going to delete it. And now here I can make changes to this question, and the changes that I make here won't be reflected within the question bank. So suppose I were to just give it a normal edition, the service is a subscription, right? Just giving my students a little bit of a hint. Then this is going to be a variation of the same question, but it is an entirely new question. And by the way, example that I'm showing right now does not really reflect how useful this is going to be. And that is because right here, I've got a very generic question. This would barely take you like 5 seconds to type out, right? But you can also use different formatting in here, and your questions can be quite lengthy as well. So if you're creating any sort of mathematical questions, if you're creating questions that have a lot of information within it, you're using links, you have like many bullet points, etc. Even if you have added media into it, then it's going to be really easy to just duplicate it and make changes so that it becomes an entirely new question. And also, I guess let's do this. I'm going to add a 2 in front of this question so that I can show you which one's the old question and which one's the new question. I'm just going to update it right now. There it is. This question has been updated. Now I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to create a new quiz. I'm going to name it test again. So here, if I were to again add a new question from the question bank, then you can see here we've got 2 different questions. What service is required to store the files of your website? This is the old question, and here we've got the new question. So just a very slight variation. You can use the older questions as a base. You can simply duplicate it, and you can reuse that question for slight variations as well. That is how question bank works. You can also search for different questions. If I were to search or look for questions related to page builders, then I could simply type in page builders, and yeah, I'll be able to filter through those. I can also choose to filter from different question types as well. And yeah, suppose if I wanted to add multiple questions, then I would simply select all of these and I would simply click on add selected, and here all those questions have been added. And yes, within this quiz builder, you can drag stuffs around and you can change its location, position, etc., whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I guess that is about it for your question bank. Now this feature was requested by a lot of different users, so if you want to use the question bank feature, and if you haven't already, then just update your plugin to the latest version. This question bank feature is available within the free version as well, so yeah, just go check it out. If you have any sort of improvements, if you have any additions that you want us to have within this plugin, just let me know down in the comments below as well. I will make sure the dev team hears about it. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe. If you want to see more of these videos where I cover updates of our plugin that we are developing at ThemeWorld, then let me know. I will make sure to create more of these videos. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Take care.